Welcome. Listen closely. This isn't hype. This isn't comfort. Far above the noise, behind doors you'll never touch, a room existed. No laughter, no speeches, just cold eyes, sharp minds, and one question lingering in the air. Your name. They didn't argue. They didn't hesitate. They didn't care. They made a decision about your worth, about your future, whether your story becomes opportunity or disappears without a trace. And here's the cruel truth. They did it without your permission. Without counting how many nights you fought alone. Without noticing the scars you carried in silence. This is how the world works. Power doesn't knock. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't clap when you walk in. It leans back, observes quietly, and then it chooses. Some call it luck. Some call it fate. I call it the mirror. Every glance at your phone, every swipe past someone else's triumph, every excuse you whispered to yourself, all of it led here. The billionaires. They didn't hand you a ladder. They didn't offer a key. They just opened a crack. Most people freeze there. Most hesitate. Most let the moment slip and live the rest of their lives wondering what if. But not you. Not tonight. Because the fire in your gut, that panic, that thrill, that electric pulse screaming through your veins, that's your soul reminding you it's never too late. Every second wasted, every hesitation, every thought that says, I'm not ready, that's your potential rotting in the dark. You were never meant to wait, never meant to beg, never meant to be a footnote in someone else's empire. You were born to rise, to rage, to storm into the world like a hurricane no one can predict. They chose your path, yes, but they did not choose your fire. They did not choose your hunger. They did not choose your darkness. That hidden, ignored, underestimated fire. That's your weapon. And the moment you wield it, the moment you embrace it fully, the moment you stop asking for permission, but the world bends. Every whispered bet on your failure becomes fuel, and fuel burns hotter than fear. People, hotter than doubt, hotter than every cold calculation that room could throw at you. So choose. Hide in the shadows of what could have been, or rise, shatter the chains, and become chaos incarnate. They think they control the game. They think the rules are theirs. Here's the bitter truth. The game exists only because you play by their rules. Every decision about you, a challenge, a dare, a gauntlet thrown at your feet. And the second you pick it up, the second you stare into the abyss they built, you become the storm. They calculated risks. They projected outcomes. They bet on failure. But they never imagined you unleashed. They never imagined someone counted out, mocked, ignored, bleeding, and still rising. That kind of fire doesn't knock. It doesn't whisper. It devours, it destroys, and it rebuilds everything in its path. Comfort. Comfort is death dressed as velvet. While you hesitated, smiled politely, waited your turn, decisions were made about your life, about whether your name would be remembered or erased. But you are not the erased. You are the eruption. The shadow in the room no one predicts. Every ounce of fear, weaponize it. Every shred of doubt, sharpen it. The invisible chains they hoped would hold you forever. Break them. Here's the final truth. They may decide about you, may plan your path. They may whisper bets and calculations. But they cannot cage your will. They cannot contain your fire. They cannot take your hunger. And the moment you release it, the moment you stop apologizing for who you are, well, they won't remember you as a statistic. They'll remember you as the earthquake that rewrote the map. So rise, burn the rules they wrote, take what they decided was yours. Rise. Become the chaos they never imagined. Because if you don't, the chains grow heavier. The window's close, and one day you'll wake up living someone else's story. Choose now. Remain a shadow, or become the storm that makes history remember your name. The choice is yours, right here, right now. Do you fade back into silence, pretending the fire inside you doesn't exist? Or do you rise, unshakable, unchained, a force no one anticipated? Feel that tension under your skin, that tightening in your chest, that whisper in the dark telling you, you're too much for this world to handle. That's not fear. That's your soul laughing at their arrogance, reminding you, while they decide, they can never own what burns inside you. And what burns inside you? Chaos, fire, hunger. A darkness so sharp, so relentless, so unforgiving. It's been waiting its entire life for this moment. The billionaires. They plot risks, they predict outcomes. They wear smiles like armor. But they don't understand the weight of someone underestimated, someone ignored, someone who's been counted out and keeps rising anyway. That is the kind of human they cannot calculate. That is the kind of power they fear. People, even if they'll never admit it. And here's the twisted irony. They may have decided your path, but the path only becomes real when you walk it. You are the hands that shape it. You are the mind that twists it. You are the fire that burns every limitation, every expectation, every cage built around your potential. Decisions mean nothing if the soul behind them refuses to move. Do you see it now? Every polished, calculating billionaire in that room underestimated one thing. The person who doesn't follow their rules. The person who doesn't beg. The person who refuses to wait. The person who erupts. And that eruption, it doesn't knock. It doesn't ask permission. It consumes. It destroys. And it reshapes everything in its path. Think about every moment you waited for the right time. Every time you whispered, I'm not ready. Every maybe tomorrow. Every silent compromise with yourself. Those seconds, those minutes, those years, those were chains, invisible, slow, deadly. But they were also fuel. Fuel for the inferno you are about to unleash. Comfort, forget it. Comfort kills. It lulls you into a slow, quiet death. While you smiled politely, while you waited, they decided about you, about your fate, about whether your name would matter or vanish. You are not vanishing. You are the eruption. The shadow they never expected. The chaos they never imagined. Every second you embrace that fire, every second you stop asking for permission, every second you wield your darkness. The future bends. Not theirs, yours. Here is the brutal truth. They can whisper bets, they can make calculations. They can project your failure, but they cannot decide your will. They cannot contain your hunger. They cannot cage the darkness inside you. That power has always been yours. It's been lying dormant, mocked, ignored, waiting for the moment you stop apologizing, stop hiding, stop whispering, "I can't." And when that moment comes, when you finally embrace it, the room, the world, every person who ever doubted you, they'll feel it, a shockwave, a jolt, a reminder that everything they said you couldn't be was a lie. You stop being a name on a decision sheet. You become the earthquake, the storm, the force that rewrites every map. Rise. Burn the rules they wrote. Take what they decided was yours. Rise. Become the chaos they never predicted. Because if you hesitate, if you wait, well, the chains grow heavier, the cracks close, the chance disappears, and one day, you'll wake up realizing you've been living someone else's story. Look closer. Can you see it? Every billionaire calculated, projected, predicted, but they never considered you unbound. They never imagined the fire inside someone mocked, underestimated, and ignored, finally erupting. That fire doesn't knock. It doesn't whisper. It devours. It destroys. And it rebuilds. People, think about every moment you let slip. Every not yet. Every maybe tomorrow. Every compromise with yourself. That's few. Wait, chains. Chains are made to be broken. Pull every ounce of fear, every shred of doubt. Weaponize it, sharpen it, unleash it. The moment you step fully into that fire, the moment you stop waiting for permission, the moment you stop asking if you're ready, the world finally bends. Not theirs, yours. They think they control the game. They think the rules are theirs to write. But the ugly truth, the game exists because you allow it. Every decision made about you in that room, a dare, a challenge, a gauntlet thrown at your feet. And the second you pick it up, the second you stare into the abyss, you become the storm. You've been underestimated, ignored, counted out. But every setback, every insult, every failure was preparation. Every invisible chain, every silent doubt was laying the foundation for the catapult that will launch you into your destiny. When you rise, when you embrace the darkness, the hunger, the chaos, doors don't just open, they explode in your wake. Remember, they decided your path, but they cannot decide your fire. They cannot decide your rage. People, they cannot decide your power to rewrite rules, shatter expectations, and demolish every lie told about you. That power has always been yours. And the most dangerous truth, they will never see it coming. Not the speed, not the magnitude, not the absolute obliteration of every assumption they ever made about you. People, when you step fully into the chaos they never calculated, when you embrace the storm inside you, when you turn every doubt into fuel, history bends, reality shatters, and the world remembers. So rise, step into the darkness, step into the fire, step into the storm you were always meant to become. Don't ask permission, don't wait for approval, don't hesitate. Hesitation is death. Comfort is death. Silence is death. And you were born to destroy all of it. The room made a decision about you. The world may have underestimated you. Life may have tried to break you. But here's the final truth. No one can contain the eruption of someone who finally decides to rise. And when you do, when you embrace the darkness and light it aflame, they will remember your name, not as a statistic, not as a footnote, but as the chaos that changed everything. Rise, burn, conquer, become the storm. The choice is yours. Fail and regret is eternal. Rise and history bends beneath your feet. Pulley pull. Feel that silence, that suffocating space between your breaths and the world's expectations. That is opportunity waiting. The billionaire's decision echoing in the corridors of your life. They think the game is theirs. They think the board is set. They think the pieces move by their plans. But they have never faced you. The one who doesn't follow rules. The one who doesn't bend. The one who destroys the board and builds new rules in the ashes. Every second you hesitate, every time you whisper, "I can't," or "not yet," you are giving them a victory they don't deserve. Most people live like this forever, silent, obedient, trapped in cages built by decisions they didn't make. But not you, not tonight. Tonight. The chains are thin, the cracks are wide, your fire is ready. Picture it, a room full of polished, calculating billionaires thinking they know every angle. And then you rise, not as a shadow, not as a player, not waiting for permission, but as the chaos they never predicted. The storm that shatters every assumption, the force that breaks every expectation. That is the power they fear most, not money, not status, not influence. Your fire, your refusal to be caged, your refusal to follow the map they drew for you. They may have made a decision about you, yes, but they cannot make yours. That belongs to you alone. Most people never realize this. Most let fear, doubt, and comfort kill them slowly. Most settle. People, but you feel that rage, that thrill, that hunger, that chaos. That is your signal, your call, your ignition. Every setback, every insult, every doubt swallowed, it was practice. Practice for the storm you are about to unleash. Every glance from those billionaires, every quiet judgment, they unknowingly trained you to be unstoppable. And now the world has handed you the moment to explode. Step into it. Step fully, step without hesitation. Because hesitation is death. Doubt is death. Comfort is death. You were born to be alive, to be fire, to be chaos incarnate. You are the eruption they didn't see coming. You are the nightmare no one predicts. Every decision about you in that room kindling. Every chain, every limitation, every expectation. Fuel for your inferno. Rise, take the fire they ignored. Consume every expectation. Become the storm that bends the world to your existence. Rise. Show them that decisions about you mean nothing if the soul behind them refuses to obey. The choice is yours. Remain a shadow or become the earthquake that makes history remember your name. The mirror stops lying. The fire can no longer be contained. The world waits to see if you are a ghost or a god. The room of billionaires made their decision about you. Their whispers, calculations, predictions, irrelevant. You see yourself clearly now. all the nights awake, all the silent battles. People, all the times the world laughed while you clawed forward. Those moments weren't cues, people. They were training grounds, sharpening stones for the weapon inside you. Most will never feel this. Most will never touch it. Most will shrink back, whisper apologies, pray someone notices their pain. Not you. You feel it, that burning rage, that electric thrill, that pulse that screams, I was born for more, and I will take it. That is the moment they feared, even in their ivory towers. You were underestimated, ignored, counted out. All of it preparation. Every doubt swallowed, every failure endured, every chain they thought would hold you. Bricks, people laying the foundation for your catapult. And when you rise, embrace the darkness, hunger, and chaos. Doors don't open, they explode. Remember, they decided your path, but they cannot decide your fire. They cannot decide your rage. They cannot decide your power. That power, always yours. The most delicious truth. They'll never see it coming, not the magnitude, not the speed, not the destruction of every assumption. Step, chaos, embrace the storm, turned out into fuel. History bends, reality shatters, the world remembers. Rise, step into the darkness, step into the fire. Step into the storm you were always meant to become. No permission, no approval, no hesitation. Hesitation is death. Comfort is death. Silence is death. You were born to destroy it all. The room decided. The world underestimated. Life tried to break you. Final truth. No one can contain someone who finally rises. Embrace the darkness. Ignite the flame. And the world will remember your name. Not a statistic. Not a footnote. The chaos that changed everything. Burn, conquer. Become the storm. Fail and regret is eternal. Rise. People and the world trembles beneath your power.